in today's video I will talk about how to conduct a marketing audit for your business with the purpose of analyzing your marketing activities from the previous year, finding out which were the marketing activities that worked for your business, that helped you grow your business, and then take those insights and develop a marketing plan for this year. As a bonus, I have created a PDF template for you that you can access and download through the description below. It's a document with 7 items that I think you want to analyze in your marketing audit, but this list is by no means an exhaustive list, so in case you find some items that are not relevant to you, please leave them out. But if you notice that there are some items that you are missing, just put them on the list and analyze them as well. So without further ado, let's get started. Hi everyone, here is Anastasia. Welcome to my channel where I talk about marketing for business success. The 7 items that you want to analyze for your business are business and marketing objectives, marketing budget, website performance, social channels, email marketing, competitor research, and market trends and new technologies. The first item on our list is business and marketing objectives. If you have been running your business for quite some time, or maybe you just started out recently, first you want to do is to follow up on the business objective that you have set for yourself. The general business objectives that could come to your mind are raise brand awareness, establish yourself and your business as a thought leader in the industry, generate more sales is one of the most common, and the 4th business objectives that you might want to consider: keep returning customers and increase the lifetime value of those customers. Alright, so what you want to do now is to review the marketing plan that you have created for yourself. Check every tactic that you have been using. Identify bad and good things. Here we don't want to criticize ourselves, we just want to learn from our successes and from our mistakes, so the marketing plan for the next year will be even more successful. So the second item on the list is marketing budget. What was the budget that you have planned to spend on your marketing activities at the beginning of the year, and look at the amount that you have spent by the end of the year. It is really important to see how did you plan your marketing activities. Maybe in the middle of the year you realized that you need maybe more promotional tactics for your business, so you invested more money into advertisement, realized that you need new product shots. So try to understand if your planning has worked out and what extra expenses have come in the budget over time. It's time to calculate how well did this work for you in terms of generating new customers. And the best way to do it is to calculate the cost of customer acquisition. Item number 3 on our list is website performance. The website is usually the central hub for any business where they want their customers to go and ideally convert as soon as possible. So evaluate the functionality of your website from the website visitor perspective. It is really important to give your website visitors a pleasant experience when they arrive to your website. What might help you discover the answer to the question, how is actually the experience of my website visitor, is to go to Google Analytics and look at the behavior and the conversion reports. So the behavior report will give you more insights into how your website visitors are interacting with the content of your website, and the conversion report will help you discover how are they going through the journey of converting on your website. For example, metrics that you want to consider is page views per session. Here you will identify what are the pages that your website visitors are spending time on, so this will indicate what type of information they are looking for and is interesting for them. So another metric that is really useful to understand how your content is performing on your page is to view at the average time on page. For example, one of your blog posts receives a really high number of average time on page. This means that these people have found what they were looking for, But if another blog post received only a couple minutes of average time on page, this might be not exactly the information they were looking for. So when we are talking about the conversion report, we want to look at top exit pages metric. This will indicate some issues with your pages. Maybe there is a bug that has occurred and they just cannot go through the process of converting, but they're stuck in the page and then they just give up and leave. Another metric that every business should be focusing on as well is the bounce rate. This will indicate to you if the expectations of a new visitor were met when they have landed on your page. And if I may give you a quick tip, I think one of the fun ways of analyzing the website performance from user experience perspective is to just give your family or friend a task to find some information on your website. Maybe a description of a product you have, or the price of the service you offer, maybe just some information such as business email address. So if you tell them, please find this information, then they will definitely give you an honest answer if using your website was a pleasant experience or they got frustrated. So this, I think, is the best feedback for you, and you can just move forward from there. As mentioned, there are two perspectives on your website, and the other perspective is the Google's perspective. So here you want to make sure that you're focusing on search engine optimization. You have a sitemap that Google can actually crawl your website and find the information they want it to be able to suggest your website to the best possible searcher out there. So two metrics that I would definitely highlight, and you can check them right away in Google, is to look for a page that helps you identify the speed that your website is loading, and the other one is how mobile friendly your website is. So please identify what is the experience your website visitors are getting when they're arriving to your website, and also what type of improvements you can do to be able to rank higher on Google and be suggested to more and more potential customers. Now let's move on to item number 4, which is social channels. Here we want to analyze multiple features, such as which channel is performing the best, which channel is leading more and more leads to your website, what type of content is performing the best on which channel, and what type of format performing the best. So when we are talking about what type of social channels are helping you generate more leads to your website, this is again a question that you might be able to answer when you go to Google Analytics and look at the acquisition report. In the acquisition report, you will be able to identify not only social channels, but also maybe referral channels, direct search, or ads are the ones that are generating more and more leads to your website. To identify the best performing content on your social channels, the best way to do it is to just go to the analytics report of that channel. Each social channel has their own metrics. So for example, on Twitter we have retweets and likes, on LinkedIn we have shares and likes and comments, on Instagram we have shares, likes, comments, saves as well, which is also a really important metric. So identify which are the metrics that mean the most to your business, and also what are generally considered the best metrics to look at per channel, and analyze those. Same applies to formats. Look at, have been videos performing really well, just standard post, maybe an image, reels. Look at what type of content is the best on that social channel. So as mentioned, on LinkedIn they are more picture but also text focused. On Instagram we are moving from image to videos, and on Twitter I think we also can now share voice messages. So maybe this is something that you want to incorporate going forward. If you have been launching email campaigns, then item number 5 is definitely something you also want to focus on. The indicators of a successful email campaign are open rates and click-through rates. The first question you want to ask yourself is, what type of subject lines are actually resonating with my audience that they find interesting enough to open, because we know currently a lot of companies are using emails as the channel to connect with their audience, promote their business, or just give them quick tips and advice. So you have to make sure that the subject line that you are using spikes excitement and also motivates the reader to open that email. The higher the open rate of an email, you definitely want to save that subject line and analyze what type of emotions has that subject line evoked in your audience. If you said announcement, here is my new product, then this is most probably an emotion of excitement. If you have said don't miss out, 1 day to go until the sale, then this is more fear of missing out. So try to analyze what type of emotions motivate your readers to open that email. So now let's talk about email content. And here you want to look for click-through rate, click-to-open rate, and possible forwards. If the email has received a high click-through rate, it means that the information that you shared with them was relevant to them at that point in time, and they also wanted to find out more, so that's why they actually clicked on the call to action button. Take notes, what were those topics? So again, you can refer to those topics when you are developing a new email marketing campaign. Possible forwards is also a really interesting metric, because here you know that the content was so exciting and so relevant to that person that they actually wanted to share it with the others. I think it's the same as if you see a nice funny post on Instagram, you want to either send it to your friend or just share it on your story. One really important question that you might want to ask yourself when planning your email marketing campaigns is, how many emails should I actually send to my target audience? And this question can be answered by unsubscribes. So if you have a marketing plan where you plan to send 1 or 2 emails per week and you have a low unsubscribe, then you're fine. But if you notice that after sending out 3 consecutive emails in a week might have spiked your unsubscribe rate, you might want to reconsider the frequency of sending those emails. Alright, 2 more items to go, and item number 6 is competitor research. In today's digital world, our consumers have an abundance of choice, and they also do their due diligence to find the best solution out there to solve their problem. Identify companies that are serving the same customers with the same product and services in the same price range. If you understand what offerings and services your competitors have, how are they positioning their product, what type of benefits they're highlighting, you will be able to position your brand even better. So find companies that are similar to you and analyze their website. Also analyze their content strategy, what type of content they're sharing on their social channels, what is performing the best for them. Are they using any social channels that you are not using in your marketing mix yet? A competitor research serves you to understand what other options you might be able to consider when developing your marketing plan, but by no means we want to copy them. We want to get inspired by our competitors. And finally, item number 7 is market trends and new technologies. Here I would advise you to read reports that are talking about your industry and how will it look like in 5 or 10 years. We all know that sometimes we have to adapt to changes that we were not expecting, so it's better to be prepared and have that competitive advantage going forward. So make sure that you stay innovative, you use new trends, you incorporate new ways of working in your business to be able to keep up with the trends. Alright, so this is it for today. Thank you for tuning in and for your attention. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to learn more about marketing tips and tricks from me in the future, please subscribe. Before wrapping up though, I do have a quick question to you. What were the items on the marketing list today that you found useful and that were relevant to your business? But what is even more interesting to me is to find out what additional items have you added to your final marketing audit checklist. Please feel free to comment down below what type of business you're running. I would love to learn more about you. And also please let me know if you have any marketing related questions so I can create more content that will help you grow your business. Thank you for your attention and see you in the next one.